Hey there, kids! What's going on? Welcome to the Child of Mecha live stream. I'm your host, Tim, the one and only Child of Mecha. And if you watched the season finale of House of the Dragon on Sunday, well, I just have this to say. I'm alive! Imbecile! Yes! Oh, that line has been, that whole little scene has been running through my head on repeat since I watched it on Sunday night. It has literally been running through my head on repeat. Just cinema. It was great. If you haven't watched it or if you don't watch House of the Dragon, I know you're not going to get that, but let's just put it this way. It was fucking funny, man. Fucking funny. Anyway, we're back. Like I said in the post and story the other day, just felt a little under the weather on Monday. More tired, I think, than anything. I was so just beat Monday. I don't know why. I didn't do anything crazy, stressful or tiring or anything. I was just drained, man. You get like that sometimes, but we're good. We're good. And then yesterday I had an appointment, so nothing crazy important for that. Just had to do it. So we're back. We're back. Welcome, everybody. I hope you had number one, I hope you had a great weekend. Hope you have having an equally great beginning of this week. Now, the other thing that I'm going to say to you is, if you're, out and about, if you're shopping or what have you, just make sure you go buy some. Yes, Mecha Decals. Let's go. And then also, if you are in the mood to pick up some cool, Gundam-esque swag like the Reaper's insignia with, the nice arm. Look at that. I don't know, for some reason, the arm decorations are like my favorite part to the shirts. I don't know, it's different, It's different, so I just love them. But anyway, shop.childofmecha.com is where you go for that. Go pick up some good stuff. Now, I do want to talk about the backlog blowout drop. That needs to be delayed for a few more days because I will be honest with you, it's a lot of fucking work. It's a lot of work putting all of this together. I got everything taken out of boxes, itemized. I got all the models priced and everything. I'm not going to talk about that. Don't ask for prices. You'll see when the drop happens. But I still got to itemize the magazines, the books, the DVDs, and price those. And yeah, it's a lot. And then, of course, I got to take pictures and post, get them actually into the store. So it's quite a lot. There's 51 model kits all together. And, God, I'd probably say at least 75, 100 magazines, books, DVDs, all totaled. So there's quite a lot of stuff that needs to go. So yeah, it's going to take more time. Unfortunately, more time than I estimated. So we're going to push the drop back until next week. That'll also give me a bit of an opportunity to get some other insignia redrawn, things like that. And all that good stuff. Also, too, for the members of the YouTube channel, I am going to be posting a new segment of the Super Secret Project. We have an update. It's a small update, mind you. It's small. I will say that. But it's It's good. It's good. So, yeah, it's good. But that'll be up later to this evening. So if you're a member of the YouTube channel, keep an eye out for that. That'll be coming. Aside from that, I can't really think of much else. Yeah, let's get caught up in the chat. Question of the day. Let's talk about that. What's the one Gundam movie or series you think every Gundam fan should watch at least once? What is required viewing, in your opinion? Absolutely required viewing. I'll go first. Let's see. Honestly, I don't think about these questions before I post them or answer them. I just think, you know, is it good? Is it a good question? Is it juicy? Will it get people talking? And I think this one is one of them. So for myself, man, what's a required viewing? This is probably going to go against the grain a little bit, but I think it's that good. And you don't hear me talk about it a lot, but it is that good. It ranks up there with kind of the all-timers in terms of animation. The Origin series of movies. Yeah, the Gundam Origin series. 6 movies, and they kind of tell the story, the backstory of Char and the Zombies and things like that. It's really good. It's really freaking good, man. If you have not watched them, I highly recommend it. The production value is amazing. The voice acting is really, really good. So yeah, I think it has to be the Origin series. I mean, that's technically where everything starts. You know, the OG series is great and all. It's dated. So I think for a modern audience, the Origin series is probably required viewing, in my opinion. So, but yeah, that's just me. Anyway, let's get caught up in the chat and see what you guys think, shall we? Julius is with us. He says, happy Hump Day Wednesday. Checking in from San Diego. Short 2-day vacation with my wife. Aww, how nice is that? I want to be retired and just go on short 2-day little vacations. Come on. Peter, what's going on, buddy? He says, morning, Timmy. Pete, how are you, bud? Mr. Greg Blair is with us. He says, hey. He was the first to answer the question of the day. The OG Gundam, because that's where it all started. Technically not now. Because Origin obviously retconned that. But in terms of chronological release, you're absolutely correct. It's still one of the best. I mean, it started us off, honestly. Let's be real. So without that, we wouldn't have anything. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's still a good one. Andrew says, evening all, just doing a quick check-in because we still have no power here and don't expect it back until Saturday? Andrew, what the fuck happened? Holy crap. Wow. Calvin's with us. Here we go. Hold on to your butts. He says, which was first, the egg or the chicken? Well, we've debated this for years. Was because we can, but I don't care which came first. Just cook both right so I can eat the darn things, okay? Well, hello all. Kelvin, as always, what's going on, buddy? Andrew answered the question of the day, Char's counterattack. That's a good one. I recently rewatched that, though. Ah, man. I don't know if it holds up. It's a nostalgia thing. I get it. And obviously the new and the Sazabi, the Regazi, all of that. The, you know, what you call, what's a damn mobile suit called? The Doga, yeah, whatever. Yak Doga. Christ. Anyway, but man, I rewatched it while I was redrawing the Titans Test Team insignias, and it was rough. It was a rough watch. It was very hurried. That should have been. I think Char's Counterattack should have been at very least a mini series. You know, like your 8th MS team, like your 0080, 83, you know, what have you. I think it should have been drawn out into a mini series because they packed a lot into a little bit, and some things were lost in translation. Yeah. Peter says, "I beg your forgiveness, brother." Yeah, right? It was so good. He came up and just slapped the shit out of him. Oh, we will all unite under my banner. Oh, such a great scene. And totally unexpected, too. I'll be honest with you. When I saw that, I was... You talk about, like, LOL, laughing out loud, or, you know, what have you. I literally did that. Like, belly laughed. It was great. Completely unexpected. The tone was just an amazing contrast to what the rest of the show was all about, which was a great episode, by the way. If you're into Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, whatever, that season finale, whew, that was strong. That was strong. Fuck them kids, man. Whoo, boy. Let's see. Julius, he answered the question today. He agrees with Greg, the OG Gundam. That's fair. Mr. Todd is with us. He says hi. Bill's with us. He says howdy, y'all. What's going on, gentlemen? Let's see. Andrew says, keep stressing out over the sale, Tim. You'll lose the rest of your hair. Yeah, dude. Well, it's a lot. It's a lot of work. A lot of work. Julius says, Tim, I'll take it all. Just kidding. Yeah, right? Trust me, Julius. You don't want it all. Trust me. Andrew says, I wouldn't be surprised if you take all the Power G conversion kits, Julius. Right? Bill, he answered the question of the day. He says, I would say it depends on their age and whether it is just as an anime fan, mecha fan, or into Gunpla. Generally, 8th MS team is fantastic on all fronts, but may fall behind on kits. And then he continued to say, it is just if it's just on animation, I would say Thunderbolt. Ooh, yeah, that's a strong one too. If they are younger, I would say Seed. Older, maybe 0083. That's all fair. That's all fair. Juno, he says, buenos noches. There we go. He says, hey everyone, saying hello from Puerto Rico today. All right. He says, I can't stay long, but I wanted to say hi. Tim, hope you're feeling better. And of course, PR is seeing my Mecha Army and airdrop. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Shirts, and they're all like, ¿Qué eso? Oh man, that's awesome. Awesome. Juno, thank you, buddy. He's repping down in the PR. I love it. Let's see. Andrew answered the question of the day. Answer 2, 0083, Stardust Memory. Yeah, that's a good one, too. That is a good one. Really a good one. Greg Blair, he says, shit, I didn't think about the origin story. I love those, and I agree. They are epic, right? Bill said, question of the day, part 2. Oh, we already read that. Sorry. Derry! She says, hey, Tim. What's going on, Derry? Good to see you. Mr. Greek Nakos is over there on Twitch holding it down. Absolute legend. What's going on, buddy? Charles. Let's see. Derry answered the question of the day. My choice is Gundam 00. It's a good one, though. 00 gets a lot of kind of flack, and I don't think it's deserved in a lot of ways. Especially that first episode, man. that first episode came out of the gate swinging. You know, when Setsuna comes down and he just beats the ever-loving tar out of the one dude's mobile suit, like, he couldn't even do anything. Like, he just stood there and he just could not react fast enough. That right there, that ultimate just beat down, let you know what this story was going to be about, essentially. And it didn't relent. It did not let off the gas. I thought Double O was great, in my opinion. There's some points where it's just like, but for the most part, strong. So good answer there. Andrew says, for some dumbass reason, even though our connection is next to a field and there's no trees near our lines, we have those damn breakers that are supposed to trip if a squirrel gets on the lines. Oh, and he says, the winds from the Derico? I don't know what a Derico is. I'm sorry, Andrew. Tripped them yesterday. Huh. Well, shit. That ain't good. That ain't good. And Saturday, man. What's up with the electric company, man? Let's get this kid some electricity. Let's go. He has a stream to watch. Who do I gotta call? Andrew, give me a name. And I'll call him. Raise holy hell. Derry says, currently building the Master Grade Gundam Astrea Proto GN Twin Broad Blade. Holy shit, that's a mouthful, but that's awesome, by the way. And Andrew says, go Derry, hell yeah. Julia says, Andrew thought about it, but maybe just one. I got you. Juno! Love you guys. Have a good stream. I'll see y'all back regularly when I'm back from vacation next week. Juno, man, enjoy. I know the weather's got to be great down there, man. That's awesome. Brian says, he's alive! He's alive! Hello, everyone. Yeah, Brian, we started off by quoting the House of the Dragon season finale. I'll do it again one more time. I'm alive! Imbecile! So good. So fucking good. Greg Blair says, I don't like the 00 designs, especially the 00 Gundam. Looks derpy. Really? See, I dig it. Especially like the Dynamis. Oh, I put him in the closet. Yeah, the Dynamis is wonderful. What was the other one? I forget the other one, the orange one. I don't know. I don't know my 00 verbiage or lore very well. Let's see. Andrew says, it's a fast-moving storm which speeds in excess of 80. Whoa, shit. That's crazy, dude. That's what a Derico is. Christ. Okay. Let's see. Bill says, Seed is a reimagining of UC timelines, essentially. 00 is a reimagining of Wing timeline. 00 kind of suffers from some of the same flaws as Wing did. Yeah, you're kind of right. Now that you think about it. Well, now that I think about it. Yeah, that's spot on, Bill. I really didn't look at it in that way, you know. Andrew says, I can give you some names, but it won't get you much farther than I have. Because of the storm damage, the health department in my county can't spare the resources for one family, even if there's elderly and someone with a weak immune system in the house. That sucks, dude. Sorry, Andrew. Yeah. Mind you, I've kind of been through that type of situation. When many moons ago, when I used to live in Alabama, for 2 years. That's a little Forrest Gump there for you. When I used to live in Alabama for 2 years, same thing, right? They had like fucking tornadoes everywhere. Thankfully, we were in a spot like nestled kind of perfectly in this little gullet type of area where the storms just didn't propagate very much. So pure luck, but it still caused crazy power outages. I mean, there was one stint where we were without power for probably 3 or 4 days. You know, having to go to fucking Walmart for bags of ice to keep our, you know, food decent and everything. I mean, we lost everything frozen, but the refrigerated stuff was okay. So, yeah, trust me, I've been there and it blows. So, here's to Andrew. I hope that you get your power back sooner rather than later. Cheers. Anyway, let's get this show. Oh, wait, there's more. Okay. Brian, he's answered the question of the day. I can never say that. Kookaroo's Doan's Island. I've not seen that one. Modern take on a short part of the original series. Depth of the true reality of future war. Yeah, I gotta watch that. I've only heard good things about it. Briggsy! He says, I like the virtue from Double O. For me, Double O falls off after the first episode. Does it? See, I loved that first episode, and it just kind of ramped up from there. Because they were, I mean, let's be real, they were terrorists, you know? I mean, they had they had virtuous motivations, but they were fucking terrorists. Let's be real. Especially them wing kids. Fuck them kids. See, Greg says, Seed does become its own thing eventually. Love the Seed designs, unlike Double O. Yeah, the Seed designs are really strong. I remember back when Seed first came out, man, that was like the wild, wild west back in the day. You know, we would torrent the episodes weekly as they came out, hoping that they had subtitles. You know, we had to wait years for actual dubs, but, you know, that's what it was. But I remember, yeah, spending hours on fucking torrents, you know, waiting for a half-hour episode to download in, like, 480p, which was, like, nothing. But, yeah, that's the state of, you know, technology back then as compared to now, that you can download in, like, a minute. Nothing, right? So, yeah. The Seed designs, man, the Justice. Oh, the Blitz. Oh, just the Strike. Come on. I like all of them. All of them are just so freaking good. Let's see. Andrew says, my parents broke down and bought a generator tonight so we can power the refrigerator and freezer. Good, and hopefully not have to throw out food and medicine. Well, that's a plus. And that's, you know, a generator is always good to have. You know, it is one of those nice to haves, especially with food. I mean, you lose the fridge, you're talking about $1,000 probably in most cases. You know, you got your meats, your cheeses, your condiments, you know, your vegetables and fruits and all of that. It's just, yeah, that adds up really, really quickly. Let's see. Sigma Disorder. They say Stardust Memories is one of my favorites. Yeah, it is really strong. It is really, really strong. Fun fact about Stardust Memories 0083 is that, from what I understand, the original director, producer, something like that, who started that series, didn't finish it out. They got somebody else to replace them, and that's kind of how the whole tonal shift in the middle started, or was from. So, looking back at that, totally makes sense if that's true. So, yeah, crazy. Let's see. Derry says, hey, Tim, you missed my reply. Did I? Shit, I'm sorry. She said, let's see, Deary says, I'm doing pretty good. I got into a polyamorous relationship with some friends. Just really excited to share the news. Heyo! All right, get it. You go, girl. Get it. Nice. All right. No hate, no hate. Do what you like. Let your freak flag fly. Let's go. Greg says, my first PG was the strike. Then I was like, oh, I need the Gundam. Dude, yeah, the Perfect Grade Strike, when that came out, holy crap, the proportions on that were just like nothing we've ever seen. A lot of the magazines that I'm selling have the advertisement for the Perfect Grade Strike, and I'm gonna tell you what, the ads that Bandai ran back then for that, just on another level, and they've never really done anything like it from my understanding. It was great. Striker pack, yeah. I actually have this. I'm putting the Striker pack up for sale. Yeah. The whole kit and caboodle in 1/60th scale there, Greg. So be on the lookout for when the backlog blowout drops. And like I said, if you're just tuning in, the backlog blowout does need to be delayed for a few days because it is a ton of work. 51 kits total. 51 kits. A lot. And then, like I said, I haven't done the magazines and books yet, but I'm estimating 75, 100, just looking at the stack on my bench here. We might take a field trip later to show you guys that, but yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So, yeah, need to postpone that just a little bit. Andrew says we're debating getting a whole house generator after the power gets restored, since a new panel would have to be installed and a new propane line ran from propane tanks. Holy shit. Yeah, dude. It's obviously a shit situation there, Andrew, but it also may be advantageous. A whole house generator just connected in, just a trip, just like that when everything hits the fan. Yeah, I mean, that's the way to go if you have the means for it. One of the other things that I've always kind of wanted but never had the funds to do was a whole house surge protector, one of those beefy heavy duty ones that are basically plugged into the panel. Those are, yeah, insanely useful. So go for both, I would say. Yeah, especially if you got to get a new panel. It makes sense at that point. So that's just my advice. But yeah. Let's see. Bill says, Derry, yeah, it gets filtered from the general chat due to the choice of words chosen. He says I have to change my chat to all to be able to see it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It probably got, yoinked out by motherfucking YouTube. Sorry, Derry. Let's see. Brian says, Tim, by the way, you good? Did you get the sniffles? A little bit. I was, like I said earlier, Brian, I did have a little bit of sniffles, aches and pains, things like that, but I was so freaking tired on Monday. I was telling everybody earlier, just beat to shit, and I didn't do anything out of the ordinary. I was just tired. So I don't know. Maybe everything's catching up with me. I don't know. But I slept a lot Monday and yesterday too. So yeah, I'm feeling back to normal, thankfully. So yeah, dude, appreciate that. Andrew says, anyway, hoping to see any updates on the work, and peace out. Andrew, take care, buddy. Let's see. Todd says, had to step away for 20 minutes. Oh, have to step away. Be right back. Todd, take care, bud. Dairy 1, Vanilla Plebeium 0. For real, right? Let's see. Briggsy, Gundam Wing was the same way. They kept changing people around, and that's why Gundam Wing was all over the place with the story. Yeah, yeah. Brian says, yay, push it off to my payday. Will do, Brian. Bill says, Perfect Grade Strike is still top tier as the base kit is one of, if not the, cheapest Perfect Grade Gundam kits. Yeah, I mean, and the whole package that you get in that, oh, it's just so good, man. It's so good. The huge Buster sword that you get in that, the articulation, the proportions, especially the feet. I'm not a foot guy in my general life, but I do fixate on the design of feet in the Gundam modeling universe. All right, I'll admit that. But the feet design on the Perfect Grade Strike is second to none. It is great. And then just the whole proportions, the details, the part separation that they chose, just off the chart design. Really, really good. And that's one, and I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. It's one of the models that I think in the history of Gunpla is severely underrated and under talked about and underappreciated. Yeah. 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 I totally think that. Char Twins, what's up, guys? What's going on, bud? Let's see. Briggsy says, with the house generator, everyone around us has one, and they said they never notice the power's out when it does go out till they see our house. Oh, shit. Well, yeah. That's it's like, Sesame Street back in the day. One of these things is not like the other. You don't want to be one of those things. You know what I mean? Like, that's a bummer. Oh, man. Let's see. Greg says, I think commission day is Friday, so I should be flush. Nice. I've been in the mood to buy kits right now. I just had a Master Grade Jesta, Master Grade 3.0, and the old Master Grade GOG. Oh, the murder egg, as our friend Tony would say. I love that. I want a GOG too, man. Like, Burke was nice enough to send me a Zagok, which is amazing. I've got plans for that. But the GOG would also be very, very cool. Let's see. Bill says YouTube generally filters the top chat for GPG type content. So anything beyond that, you need to swap to all. That's a good call. Let me do that here real quick. There we go. Boom. Thank you, Bill, for reminding me. I always forget to do that. And then, of course, the universal chat that I use to highlight the comments like this, it only picks up the top chat. It doesn't pick up all, unfortunately. So it's a drawback, but still. Greg Blair says, come in. I love me feet. Okay. I think he meant come on. I love me feet. Okay. Let's see. Brian says, good to hear, old timer. I was scared I had to open the first hobby modeler's retirement home a couple decades ahead of planning. Wow. Okay. Brian, I'm cataloging all of these insults. You do know that, right? And you do understand that I will be down there sooner rather than later, right? Brixie says, sucks having people around me with money. Oh, dude. Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Let's see. Kelvin, he has a question.
We have a question.
He says, looking at getting the Nilsson Works 160th Monument FX Flugel, thoughts about this kit? Anyone? I can't help because I don't have it. I've never had it. I've never built it. But from what I've heard and seen, the Monument kit is a beauty. So, yeah. Greg Blair, murder egg. Yes. Darius says, thanks everyone for the kind words. I'm having a great time in the relationship. Aww. Yay. Good. That's a huge win. All right. Let's see. One last. Oh, no, we got a few more. Let's see. Brian says, thank you. Do you have a Google share file you can send? Is the font size at 35 or 12? LOL, just kidding. Just glad you're up and kicking. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it, buddy. Greg says, to Kelvin, I have the monument. It's amazing. There we go. It's amazing. All right, let's do just a real quick field trip. Let me pull up the good old camera 3, and let's kind of show you real quick everything. Give you guys a sneak peek. Come on. Oh, I'm not. Son of a bit. Hang on. So I need to be on the correct Wi-Fi, and I always forget that. Because I have 2 networks set up, one general purpose and one that is specific just to the router. The general purpose one I have on my repeaters throughout the house and everything. So since the computer is hardwired, it is only recognized by the router specific network. So yeah, trips me up every single time. All right, there we go. That should do it. Let's see. Yep, there we go. So real quick this weekend, man, I've just kind of been working on duplicating the Kingfisher boosters here. This is the one that I've been working on. I'll show you more about this here in just a few minutes, but just a little sneak preview. But anyway, all right, so here's all the kits. 51 of these sumbitches. 51 kits all totaled up. So we've got that Striker pack down there, Greg. There you go. Mega size. We got some P-Band, or actually Gundam Base Limited on that, what is that, that Trans Am riser. The old school 160th Freedom. Got that Gundam Ashtray Noir, that's the high resolution. We got the Penelope, the Marasai, which is out of print at the moment. Let's see what we got. We got the 00 Riser, Strike Rouge, Utori, Mark II, Shiki 10, Gun Cannon, GM Custom, which has been out of print for a while. So yeah, I gotta charge, gotta price it at the right price. I'm not scalping, but I gotta price it right. And then we got your old school wing kits here. At Serpent Custom, everybody's looking for that Tall Geese 3. Yeah. Sandrock Heavy Arms. We got your Nataku Death Sight, regular Death Sight. We got your Shenlong G Gundam in there. What else we got? We got some Bandai super parts sets for the 172 Valkyrie. And just in case, I have that. The Hasegawa version, not the Bandai version, and then the weapon sets for that. So you could finagle those on there. The Kotobukiya Ikaruga. This is an awesome looking kit from a video game back in the day. And I wanted to do something with it, but honestly, I'm never gonna do it. Frame arms, this is the, what is this? The Werewolf Spectre. Look at this. The Flame Toys Devastator. That is a pretty awesome kit. We got a little Initial D car model here. Let's see, we've got a couple SDs. We got the Dendrobium, we got the Sazabi behind those dumb stickers. We've got high grades. I'm just gonna go really quickly through these. Oh, that one right there. Got that in Japan. Ooh, the Yukikaze. Yeah, these have been long out of print. If you're a fan of Yukikaze, the anime, it's really good. These are both 1/100 scale and way out of print. The Super Sliff and the Mave. These are kind of the two main jets in that series. Very highly detailed. And then let's go into resin. We've got the original G system, and again, these are all going to be originals, no recasts. 144 Super Gundam. We've got the 1/100 scale Ayutan with upgraded parts, by the way. We've got the 1/72nd Jabera Tetra. This is the SEMA Custom, and fucking enormous. 1/100 scale Hainu. This is a recast from the original 1/100 Hainu B Club. This is G System's recast of that. And then we have the Regulation Center model. This is the 1/100 Kushi. I hope I said that right, Peter. The Kuchi Gundam. Heyo. And then, of course, you know, obviously we've got the Mechanicore Store, their version of the 1/100 Kusai, whatever it is. Yeah, these are all original. These are, especially these top three. These are original G System cast designs, all of that. This obviously is original G cast or original G System, but it is a recast of the B Club. They've done some other things to it, so yeah. But still, original resin, and then obviously original Regulation Center Kushi as well. So all of these are original casts, not recasts, so they will be priced at a premium. So just FYI. But then we come over yonder here, and there is the big old stack of magazines and books. The big ones here are the Dengeki Hobbies with the different, Titans Test Team models. Got a bunch of these that we're going to be putting up. All of that. We got some 5-Star Story, Art of Halo, Mechanica. That's kind of a cool book. Just some older DVDs and things like that. Let's see. Kind of scooch these out of the way. We've got Characters of Gundam. That's a really cool art book. Very, very good. This whole stack is model graphics. Really good stuff there. This whole middle stack is Dengeki. And a lot of these come with inserts, like this one here. This is the only one that I have of this. This comes with a figure that you put together of Lacus Klein, Lacus. I don't know how to say her name. This one, what is this? The comes with an Altizen. Yeah, it's upside down, but still. And then these come with one of the Zoids, the Blitz Haken, I don't know. And then there's another one down here. This guy comes with a couple of, you can kind of see there it is, little Transformer action in there. I think those come with like little mini Megatron and Optimus Prime figures. And then obviously a big old stack of Hobby Japans, and these are worth their weight in gold and just about as heavy too. These are not light, these magazines. These are very, very heavy, so shipping, you will notice, is going to be a bit outrageous for those, so just prepare yourselves. Anyway, there's a backlog closet. It's all stripped down and looking good, so yeah. All right, with that being said, let's go back to camera 1. Plug that guy in. Let's get back to it. Let's see. And then let's get caught up real quick in the chat. So, yeah, so that's basically the backlog blowout as it stands. Again, I do need to push it back for a few days, so it'll probably be next week sometime. So, yeah. Let's see. Bill says, I'm not a huge fan of getting a third-party kit when there is a Bandai kit out there. That's fair. I mean, I think it depends on your taste. If I'm being honest. And especially if there is proportional differences, that can play a big role in it. So, yeah. Let's see. Kiana Fox. They say, hello. Hi there. Welcome. Thank you for watching. Let's see. Bill says, my understanding of it is that the Flugel is essentially a Master Grade Tallgeese 3 with wings. Pretty much, yeah. If it is an actual 1/60th scale versus the Master Grade, then I say go for it. If not, not for me. Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, the Monument is 1/60th scale, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, from all the pictures that I've seen and people post about it, they say it's a wonderful kit. So, yeah, a little expensive, obviously for a 1/60th scale kit, but yeah, it's nice, big. Gio's with us. He says hello, everyone. Gio, how are you, buddy? If you guys didn't see Gio's Tallgeese, I highly recommend that you go and look at it on the community. He posted some really, really good pictures, and the color scheme, it's great. It's great. Let's see. Peter says, Timmy, by the way, which assembly drawings are most difficult to read? Gundam or back when you helped building the Great Sphinx of Giza? Man, Peter, save that for George. Come on, man. Save it. Save that for George. Let's go. I'm 48. I am a spring chicken comparatively to George. And I love George to death. And I know he's catching flack. And I know we shouldn't be talking about him behind his back. But still, save that for George. Kelvin says to Greg Blair, thanks. I'm not sure when it comes to the Chinese kits. Yeah. Let's see. So says Mark II, love that kit. Yeah, it is a good kit. The 2.0 version of the Mark II. I would love to keep it. I just don't have any real plans for it. In my opinion, the Mark II, the non-Titans version, the AUG version, to me, that is kind of your perfect representation of what a Gundam would look like if you explained it to someone that has never seen or anything like a Gundam. It is the perfect analogy of what a Gundam is, right? It's got the V-fin, it's got the cool backpack, it's got the cool color scheme and all that. It's just really a quintessential design, in my opinion. Greg says it's really nice. Kit Zaku Aurelius has a really nice review on it that sold me on it. He says I built it as soon as I got it in. Nice. Kasai in English. There we go. The Coochie Gundam. The Coochie Gundam. Peter, I'm sorry. I know you corrected, especially with the post. And that post was a good post, by the way. If you guys haven't read Peter's post on that in the community, I also highly recommend that. Because he kind of goes into the pronunciation of the Kasi, whatever, the Coochie Gundam. And I'm probably always going to mispronounce it. But, yeah. Brian says, Hobby Japan. Ooh, ah. Bill says, Tim, I saw the high-grade Regan-Lace Julia in there. I know that at least at one point was a highly sought-after kit. Oh, hell yeah. I think currently it's still in print. and available at places, so the pricing obviously will reflect that as well. Mind you, when it comes to pricing, like I said, I'm not trying to scalp people, I'm not trying to get you, but at the same time, I need fucking money. You know, if a kit's out of print, I kind of do have to charge that premium for said kit. It's got to happen. You know, it's got to happen. Especially with those resin kits, you are going to see those are going to be fucking expensive. But in terms of comps, very reasonable. Very reasonable. I honestly did a lot of searching on kits and everything, and those resin kits, I could not find literally any posts on them or eBay sales or anything. It's just like they're ghosts, like they've been forgotten, most of them. So yeah, and G-Systems, from what I understand, is not around anymore. So their kits go for a premium because there is a finite amount of them left at this point. Very, very few. So, yeah. Let's see. Derry says, "Hey there, Kiana." Derry says, "Fun fact: Kiana is one of my partners." Aww, aww, everybody, aww, aww. Welcome, Kiana. Let's see. Kiana says, "Hi, Derry." Aw. Julia, not Julia. Yo, I got it. I got you, Bill. Brian says, "Welcome, Kiana. Welcome to the cult." Bill says, "Not a cult. No Kool-Aid is served here. We are an army. Mecha army. Let's go." Kiana. They say, "Happy to be here." Nice. And yes, welcome to the army. Hell yeah. Todd says, "I'm back." Brian says, my MREs have purple drink energy powder. A cult is a cult. It's actually funny. It's actually good. Let's see. Todd says, "I posted earlier a pic on the community page." Nice. We'll take a look at that. Brian says, "Tim, do you have a lot of doubles for the books?" Yes. So the story behind the magazines and the books, back in the day, I used to be hooked up with Diamond Comics distribution, and they carried Hobby Japan, Dengeki, Model Graphics, things like that, for a few years, and I was able to get those, at cost, and used to sell them back in the day. God, mid-2000s, something like that. So all of these are probably, 2004, 2005-ish? Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, pretty much 2004, 2005. So these magazines are all 20 years old, at least. And same with those Dengeki Hobbies with the little miniature models in it. The one cool one here, and I'll get my own personal copy out here. This, let's see, what was the release date on this guy? This, I think this was a January drop. I don't know. These all came out at the same time, and they were like they had like mini magazines, like very thin magazines, but then they had the kit. But this one had the, oh shit, what happened? Oh, what is that? Oh, that's the magazine that came, oh shit, okay. Oh, oh. That was glued in at one time. Not anymore, hey-oh. But yeah, this, the Kehar, the Ashamar prototype, that's awesome. And what scale was this in? I think this was probably 1/400th scale, because the Ashmar is massive. So that's why it's on a smaller scale and everything. But, yeah, let's see here real quick. What is this? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Nice. Okay, so here, let's go camera 2 and I'll show you. So, yeah, this is the little mini magazine that is included, and obviously some great artwork. There's the model, fully put together, painted, everything. Very, very nice. Some of the other model selections. Now, the GM was not included, I don't think, in the model kits. Let's see, what was it? The Hazel 2, the Kahar, the Big Wig, and then the Hazel 1. Those were the 4. So yeah, the GM was not actually included in the run of these 4 little mini models and everything. But yeah, this, oh, look at this. Now, what is that, the Zeta 2.0? Oh, hang on, I'll show you here in a minute. Man, yeah, so, oh, shit, look here. All right, so this is good, right? So that gives you an idea of what the Ashamar model itself looks like. It's a small little mini model, don't get me wrong, it's not big, but it's the only Kahar model out there right now. And you can kind of see it in its, in all of its glory, all built up, by a very, very skilled modeler, obviously. Yeah, just super, super good. Let's see, where's the beauty shot? There he is. Oh, it's such a good design, man. It's quirky, but I love it at the same time, So, but what I was looking at was, yeah. This is another one, the Perfect Grade Mark II. That was another kit that doesn't get enough love. Really, really good. And then, where is it? Rick Diaz. That looks like that's the Master Grade. All done up. Very professionally like. And then, where is it? The Zeta. Here's the Zeta. I don't know. This looks like it might have been the high grade Zeta. I can't tell just from some of the pictures. I'm trying to look at the joints because that looks like, well, what do the hands look like? Is that a 3-2? Yeah, that's a 3-2 configuration. So that's probably the Master Grade Zeta 2.0 is what we're looking at here. Solid, solid kit. But again, very nicely done. Looks like he swapped out some of the leg parts there for the curvy lower leg parts of the original Zeta Gundam, which I like better. Yeah, good stuff. Oh, this is good. When Bandai was releasing the Master Grade Ball Verka, look at that, $12.23. On sale, 2,100 yen. Brilliant. Anyway, all right, enough blast from the past. Let's put this guy away. All right, back onto the shelf you go, buddy. Back onto the shelf you go, if you'll fit. Come on, get in there. Oh, that's a tight fit, but there we go. We got it. All right, good deal. So, let's see. Yeah, see, Todd says I posted earlier a pic on the community page of what I have been working on. Very good. Excuse me. Let's see. Brian says it looked like it. Yeah, lots of doubles. Lots of doubles. Brian says, I'm on the phone. I got to squint to see. Well, who's old now? You got to squint to see. Whatever. Let's see. Gio says, I built a few of those Chinese kits. I forgot the name of the kit. I painted it in the color scheme of the, I can never pronounce that, Lefurth from Witch of Mercury. Eris is with us. Hello, Tim in chat. Eris, how are you, buddy? Gio says, and in those colors, that third-party kit looked amazing. Beam rifle sucked ass, but the kit is really good. Gotcha. Brian says, Tim, I'll just pay you and pick it up when you move over here. That would save a lot on shipping, I won't lie. Let's see. Bill says, honestly, the one with that Altizen should be really desirable, as that is a pretty popular suit design. He says, I know the ones with the Hazel kits were super desired and in high demand. Those fetched premium resale prices. Yeah. Yeah, any of the ones with the add-ins usually fetch a premium price. And then obviously some of the magazines with really great articles and things like that fetch a really good price as well. Ah, shit, it's at the bottom. I was going to show you the Dengeki that has all of the cool, you know, GM designs and everything in it, but it's at the bottom of the pile, so that ain't going to happen. Mike says, what are we looking at? The backlog blowout, Mikey. That's what it was. Bill says Dengeki Hobby magazines with the kits that came with them. Yep. Let's see. Peter says, I stumbled over some videos on YouTube of a guy 3D printing and building Gundam in 1/10 scale. Oh, that's cheesy. Yeah. He dubbed it divorce grade. Yeah. Imagine detailing that giant model. Yeah, that's Cheesy Labs. I love that dude. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Cheesy Labs on YouTube and also on Instagram is 3D printing these massive 1/10 scale. He's already done the Gundam. He's working on the Zaku. He's got 2. He's got the normal green, and he's obviously got Char's red. And he's detailing them out in the whole 9 yards. And yes, he's called them divorce grade scale. So yeah, but Cheesy Labs, spelled with a Z. Cheesy Labs, go look them up. Really good stuff. Mike says, hot take, I don't like the Zeta design. I'm kind of with you, Mikey. I'm kind of with you on that. It depends on the rendering, and it depends on the proportions. That for me is going to be, it's going to be the main thing. Yeah. Let's see. Greg says, I've built a PG White Mark II. You're right, Tim. Not enough love. Yeah. Those 2 perfect grades, the Strike and the Mark II. Yeah. Highly underrated. Gio says, I posted a pic right now. Florida man got me hooked on these kits. I have built about 20 of them. The kit I posted on the community, picking it up when the third-party AC guy, ACK guy comes out. Third-party ACK guy. Oh, that's right. Because that Chinese company is doing a 1/100 scale ACK guy from Thunderbolt. I forgot about that. Totally forgot about that. Mike says, I like the Zeta Plus and Delta series, but not the standard Zeta. Mikey, I'm right there with you, buddy. I'm kind of right there with you. That more Sentinel, Kotoki, obviously, design language. It's great. Let's see. Bill says, Mike, I don't like transforming suits in Gunpla. If I want transforming mechs, I am going with Robotech, Macross, Southern Cross, Mospita. Fair. Mike says, never heard of Southern Cross or Mospita. Are you serious? Michael! Michael! And like that, your geek license has been revoked! Incredible. You never heard of Mospita or Southern Cross? Like, they are the holy trinity, that and, with Macross for Robotech. How could you not hear of them? Oh, Buddy. Peter says, I concur with Bill. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Let's see. Brian says, Tim, I think I asked before, what's your favorite Titans / Advance of Zeta design? Man, you know, becoming much more familiar with the Advance of Zeta designs since redrawing everything, it's a tough call. It's a really tough call. I like the Advanced Hazel a lot. I like the Wound Wart. I like the Kahar. Yeah, I like so many. It's hard to choose one, if I'm being honest. They all speak to me. Bill says Hummingbird. That should be it. Oh no, that's yeah. Bill says wait. That one that was only Sentinel. No appearance in either. Yeah. Exactly. Mike says I am so serial, bruh. Brian says take his mecha license, Tim. The tribunal has decided. Yeah, for real, right? Revoked. Edwin, Mr. RSA, he's with us. He says, good morning. Hello, everyone. Edwin, how are you, buddy? Mike says, I don't like Robotech either. What? Well, I mean, Robotech, yeah. Macross, obviously, you know, different story, but I get it. Let's see. Greg says, there was a raid from Bandai China. Took something like over 100,000 bootlegs like last week or something. Yeah, I saw that. And that company was straight up counterfeiting Bandai shit. And that's where they fucked up. Because, you know, like Daban and stuff, those guys get away with it because they don't put Bandai's logo on it. These guys fucked up and put Bandai's logo on it when it wasn't made by Bandai. So, yeah, they fucked up royally. You get what you sow. That's just stupidity, in all honesty. Daban has gotten away with it for years and years and years, and Bandai hasn't lifted a finger against them because they don't sell their shit as Bandai products. But evidently that company did, and that's where they fucked up. Yeah. Bill says, you deserve that timeout for that, Michael. 10 seconds. Nice. Greg Blair says, 28,500 kits, but still, that's a ton of product. Holy crap. Let's see. Was that Daban? No, it was some other company. I'm not sure what the name was. But yeah, they just straight fucked up. Macross 2, not my cup of tea. I get it. Oh, real counterfeiting. Yeah, like straight up. Copy one for one. Like, these companies just don't learn. Edwin says, just woke up, Tim. Slept at 3 a.m. Fair. As long as you got your sleep. He says, he answered the question of the day. Zeta Gundam, the most realistic space war tactics and for everyone to feel the horror and consequences of being a child soldier. Ooh, good point. Good point. Good point, Edwin. But Camille's a girl's name. I don't care how much anybody argues. Let's see. Gio says, in my opinion, if you don't like a kit, paint one of those kits you don't like. If your opinion doesn't change after you paint it, then you really hate that kit. That's fair. That's fair. Brian says they should drop those illegal copies at my house so I can inspect them. Right. Todd says, did anyone watch the solar eclipse today? It did not have any effect this way south, Todd. I think there was a Canada only thing, or maybe northern states, but yeah, I'm in mid-Atlantic, so bright and sunny all day. Bright and sunny all day, so no eclipse for me. Wah. Let's bring up, I know Geo posted, and I forget who else posted. It might have been Andrew. Let's take a look at their posts on the community here just real quick. Let's see. Let's pull this up here. And we'll go and take a look at those here before we move on. All right, sort by new. Oh, it was Greg. Yes, it was Greg. Sorry, Greg. All right, so let's go display. Yes, look at this. Look at this. So, this is great. So, what Greg is doing is he's making, God, what is it? Oh, shit, I can't remember the name. It's the same kind of timeline as the Solomon's Ghost and everything, but I can't remember the name they gave this. But anyway, let me see, did anybody answer in the chat? I'm sure somebody will. Yeah. But, yeah, so this is a 1/60th scale of the Gundam. And what is that? The, I forget what version 1/60th scale, or is that mega size? I think it might be mega size. But Greg didn't know what to do for the tanks, and I saw these grain silos on Amazon and sent him the links, and he bought 2, and yeah, they perfectly fit. So this is going to be pretty stinking cool, if I'm being honest. Solomon's Express, that's it. Thank you, Greg. Appreciate it. That's okay. So this is going to be a Solomon's Express. It was Jupiter's Ghost and Solomon's Express. I mixed the two. That's where my mistake was. But yeah, man, like, fucking cool as shit. I love it. I love it. And then let's sort by newest. And then, so yeah, here's Geo. Geo, what do you got here for us, buddy? What do we got? We got it's sideways, the Starflower Lily? Rosado? Something like that. So it looks like a mecha girl kind of kit. Interesting. He says this kit, the box is almost the same size as the perfect grade new. Holy shit, what scale is that in? Oh, 1/10 scale. Okay, well, yeah, I can imagine then. Jeez, that's crazy, dude. Very cool though. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, he's right on top. Yeah, that gets some thumbs up. There we go. And then I think it was Todd. Yeah, Todd. There's my programming update. Womp womp. Working on the Kasai. That's how I'm pronouncing it, I think. Coochie Gundam. That's a big boy. And that's the high grade too. Very cool. Very cool. Let's see. Boom. Thumbs up. Anyway. All right. Let's go back to camera 2. Good deal there. And, all right. So, Bill says, I know every 5 or so years Bandai goes after some Chinese companies. They often shut down and either pay a fine like Debon or change names and reopen like Ellen, Hobby, Mechanicore. Yeah. Yeah. It was overseas. Shut. Todd says, I think it was Spain, but it was on TV. It was, if we're talking about the shutdown, it was China. Yeah. Shutdown, not the other word. Michael says, Northern states would have had 10% of the eclipse, if that, yeah. Todd says, those look like farm silos. They are, but they're perfect for that scale. And they're perfect for the scale and for the piece, 100%. Let's see, Solomon's Express. Oh, is it 1/100? I thought it was bigger. Oh, anyway, still cool. Let's see. Todd says that's different. The Grandpa Choo Choo, yeah. And there's Bill with the fandom link. Thank you, Bill. And let's go and see the Solomon. And I'll show you what the Solomon Express looks like here. Yeah, there it is. Oh my God. All right, hang on. Let me pull open the photo. Open image in a new tab. There we go. All right, let me show you. It's perfect. So this is the Solomon's Express from, from Solomon's Express. Yeah, dummy. But as you can see, these two big fuck off fuel tanks in the back, and that's what Greg is basically turning those silos into. Perfect sizing for this, and these big rocket things here, the big stupid massive shield, the extra armor. I mean, it's just a beautiful mess, if I'm being honest. But yeah, Solomon's Express, and you can right here, the G2 Solomon Express. Freaking cool as hell. And yeah, here's one that somebody, I think this was from a magazine if I'm not mistaken. Oh, that's as big as you can go. Come on, we can do better. It's manual zoom. But yeah, you can see the crazy scale of these things. I think those rockets are a bit too large, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, not great pictures. Not great pictures, but anyways. And then what's this here? Oh, just that. Okay. That's a beauty shot. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see. Gio says, I started watching the reviews that Zaku Aurelius was doing on these Mecha Girl kits, and now I have built about 20 of them. Wow. Brian says, it's building time. I know, right? And Michael says, man, now I need to get a perfect grade Gramps to make the Solomon's Express now. Yeah, right? I wanted to do a Jupiter's Ghost, the Dom kind of monstrosity with the 1/60th scale, the high 2M Dom, but that'll be later down the line. Anyway, all right, so we're still working on the backpack. Real quick, Bill was so right with these. Look at how good those look now. I got all those thrusters mounted up and everything. They just, yeah, they look right. They look right. That's what it should be. So, yeah, Bill, 100% accurate. Good call. Good freaking call. And then, like I said, over the weekend and past couple days, I've been trying to duplicate these details onto the other booster. I'm calling it the Kingfisher booster because it looks like the head of a kingfisher. But we got the little 3D printed resin details. I need to outline and scribe those. I got all of the panel lines done up here on this, the notches and everything. Got all the plating done. I still need to do the plating back here. And then I need to address the underside as well. And the kind of ribs here on the inside. And then I think that's about all we need to do on the two boosters. So these will be done here hopefully pretty soon. Now for tonight, for what's left of tonight anyways, we're going to be working still on the backpack, main part of the backpack. But let me get these little thruster bells out of here real quick and get them back into their little crack cocaine bag here. Very carefully so I don't lose any parts. There, boom, done. All right. And then these parts, these are obviously good and solid. Those are well mounted. Those aren't even glued in. I mean, I can still pull these out, you know, pretty easily with the tweezers and everything. But, you know, in terms of friction fit, they're solid. So, especially when both are in there because they both kind of friction against each other, which is kind of nice. But yeah, there you can see the placement holes and everything like that. Yeah. So good stuff. All right, let's put these away here real quick. Boom. Done and done. Back into the little crack bag. There we go. All right, so for this evening, let's pull the top section off. What we're going to work on for the limited time that we have here tonight, I know we've been talking a lot, but good conversations all around. I think what we're going to be working on here is these plates here, these white plates, because they're obviously very, very plain. I've already gone ahead and outline scribed both of those, so those are good. What I want to do is kind of put a little detail block on the back end of these, similar to this middle, block right there, that little bisected block, and put, some down closer to this side underneath the hose, and I think that'll look, really quite good there. Let's see real quick. Yeah, Brian says Jupiter's Ghost is a beauty. Oh, yeah, it is. Jupiter's Ghost is from Crossbone, yes? No, it's from Solomon's Express. Yeah. Derry says, can you show us what you've built for my girlfriend? Sure, just real quick. The main body is still pretty much together, so here's a preview. Lots of work being done. Good stuff. Custom made little weapon there. All the juicy details, especially on that side skirt that you can't see. There it is. We got the new shield in place with the bracket and all that. Got the nice details on the side of the legs and all those details there. Feet details with the little toe notch cut out. Yeah, real good stuff. Real good stuff. Ooh, let me put the arm back down. There we go. Very nice, very nice. And I realized this the other day. We've been on this for almost 4 months. We're coming up. What is this right now? This is episode 97, I think. So yeah, we're coming up on 100 episodes for this particular build, which is a lot. Approximately 200 hours, but obviously, we've talked a lot of those hours, so probably not 200 hours. I'd probably say maybe 100, 125, but still a good chunk of time for this build, and we've gotten pretty damn far on it. So yeah, and we're coming kind of close to the end. So Bill says, I think when it comes to the massive Dom variants, he says, I prefer the Psycho Dom to the Jupiter's Ghost. That's fair. Yeah, that's totally fair. Jerry says, thanks, Tim. You're welcome. And Kenneth, what's going on, buddy? Kenneth says it's probably the fastest build for Tim so far. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. Now, mind you, we probably still have a couple months of work still left in this, because I do want to do a base and then obviously painting and prep and all of that to go into this. So yeah, we still got a ways to go, but in terms of actual build, we're getting close. We're getting very, very close. So that's a good thing. That's a real good thing. All right. So with that, where did that plate go? Oh, I just had it here. Oh, no, not that one. Was it this one? I think it was this one. Yeah, it was this one. Okay, whew. Okay, so I've got this. This, I think, is 1.5 mil in thickness. Yes, 1.5 millimeters in thickness. So we're going to use this for our blocks here. Now, I have this little guy, and he honestly was just a piece of scrap that I found on the desk, honestly, and I don't know if I can find another one or not, but if I can, it would make life a lot easier rather than cutting out a whole other block from this plate of plastic, right? And that's about the size that I need too. So even better at that point. And I've got, you know, little shards of plastic all over the back of my desk here, so you never know really what you're gonna find in terms of plastic bits and stuff. So yeah, but as it stands, I might have to bite the bullet and cut out another block on that. That sucks, but what are you gonna do? All right, we're just gonna do the whole damn thing here now. What we're gonna have to do is cut out a couple strips because I've already tested some drilling and some cutting on this, so I need to cut that scrap piece off first. So ruler, who's got the ruler? There it is. Alright, and then what we'll do to save on material, we'll butt that right up against the edge there. And I'm going to start off using my .20 chisel just to get a line established here. There we go. Get rid of the ruler. There we go. Now, if you've never seen somebody cut with a chisel like that before, it is highly accurate, and it's really a good tool to use when you gotta make, you know, precise cuts and all that good stuff. So now obviously I scored and snapped it, so I've got a little bit of an edge here, so I'm just gonna quickly trim that off. Boom. Nice and flat. And then we go back to the sanding block just to shore that up and square it off. Now we've got a nice flush edge there that we can use. Now, big thing, what size do we want this block? These plates here are 5mm in diameter, so I'm thinking maybe 3 mil? Yeah, I'm thinking 3mm will be the way to go. Alright, so just a little bit beyond 3mm because we have to compensate for the width of the chisel itself because it will be eating away at plastic. Chisel. Now for this cut, I'm probably going to go most of the way through the plastic with the chisel, just to have a nice, really clean edge, or at least try to. See what we yield out of this. All right, it's getting through pretty nicely. It's already broken through the middle. Yep, there it is. Now we just got the edges. There we go. All right. So now we have this nice little 1.5 by 3mm strip that we can make our little angled bisecting blocks on. Now, let's do a little cleanup. Square that edge nice and even. Very good. All right. Now, just for perfectionist's sake, we're gonna bring in the 1, 2, 3 blocks here. Now, there's a decent little like 1/8 inch gap here because of the magnets that I use to hold these together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my little God hand chisel plate right there to kind of fill that gap, because this strip is, you know, small-ish. And that's not really, no, that's not going to work, because that strip is too small. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to kind of bite the bullet and do this by hand this way, and pray that my filing is as accurate as the 1, 2, 3 block is, which it's probably not going to be, but it'll be close enough. Yeah, it's really, really thin. Get the sanding block in here and see what this does for us. Yeah, just trying to hold on to this is tough. Good and good. All right, so get the 1, 2, 3s out of the way. We're gonna keep this guy in here. Now we're just going to flatten the larger surfaces real quick. Just get those nice and even. There we go. Very good. Very, very good. All right, let's see how accurate we were. Damn. All right. I don't hate that at all. I don't hate that at all. All right, on the money. Let's reverse it and see what we got. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll take that every day of the week. I'll take that every day of the week. All right. So, like I said, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this down into blocks, and we're gonna have these mounted at the very end of the plate, just kind of as a, you know, little decoration type of thing. And I think that'll look really, really good. All right, so now we need to figure out how long these blocks need to be. And I'd like them to be a bit longer than they are wide, so I want them to have a rectangular shape, right? So this is 3 millimeters wide in width for this strip. So in terms of length, I'm thinking maybe 4 or 5 millimeter. I think what I'm, oh man, thinking maybe 4 maximum. 5 would be too much. 5 would be way too much. Now I'm kind of rethinking my thoughts here, and I'm almost thinking maybe it should just be a square. Nah, let's go 4. Let's go 4 millimeters. We're gonna do that. And then for the cuts, we're gonna go with the chopper, because we can actually dial in this pretty easily. Especially since I have a 4 millimeter wide strip of plastic. We'll use that as our measuring guide here. Lock that in. All right, so we're going to square up one end first, get the schmutz out of there. Boom. There's one block. Get that squared. And boom, there's 2. All right, perfect. I'm gonna save that 3 millimeter strip. You never know when that's gonna come in handy. All right, so here are our 2, you know, pieces for our blocks, for our bisecting blocks. Now, like I said, what we're gonna do is something similar to that middle block right there, right? So we're gonna have 2 ends angled, beveled essentially, and then we're gonna have a thick bisecting line through both of those. So just, I think, a very good, subtle detail. Now then, we do have to consider that there is a curve on this. So we're going to have to compensate for that as well. So what I'm thinking is mount this right at the edge of this plate. So yeah, so we're gonna have to take some material off from the underside. So for that, we're gonna use the half round chisel or file, you know, flat on one side, curved on the back. So this will be the perfect tool for this, and get us a nice curve, so that this thing can hopefully sit in there pretty well. So we're just gonna start by roughing this out first, and then we'll fine tune it kind of as we go. But that's starting to look pretty good. And I'm turning this around every few seconds here, so mainly because I don't want this thing to get away with me, or get away from me in terms of filing angle and stuff like that. I don't want it to go, you know, cockeyed or anything like that. So that's kind of the idea. Alright, let's see how that matches up. Shit, that's pretty close. That's pretty damn close. That's not bad. Okay. We need to find something with a small, or with a bigger diameter than this. Because this is too small of a diameter. Let's see. Let's go searching here for some plastic tube. Let's see if I can maybe get a diameter on this. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So that, let's see, where are the big boy plastic tubes here? Ah, there you are. There you are, big boy. Big old 12.7 millimeter tubes. That's what we want. That, ooh, fuck me. This big old sumbitch right here. And then this is right about the same diameter as that. So what we'll do, and this is just kind of an old modeling trick, what you want to do is take a piece of sandpaper and just wrap that tightly around this tube, right? And is this the one? Yeah, this is the one. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna sand that against the surface here. And theoretically, as long as we sand this, fairly straight, this should get us the curve that we need. All right. That's pretty good looking. Let's see what we've got here. Yeah, that's money in the bank right there. Money all day long. All right. Oh shit, as I drop it. Any little micro gaps, super glue will fill in nicely, but look at that contour. That's really close. Really close. Money. Money, 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 money. All right. Wonderful. So what we're going to do next is we're going to do the same thing to the other block here. Now we're going to start again with the file just to get a, just to get it going. And then we'll switch over to our sanding tube, if you will. Good. And then same process. We're just switching it back and forth every now and then just to try and maintain the curve being centered and fairly level. All right, that's a good start. So same thing. This little guy on there. Come on now. Come on now. There we go. Shit. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's check the contour. Yeah, nice. Not as good as the first one, but it will work. It will absolutely work. All right, cool. So, order of operations here, kids. Order of operations. So, normally, what I would do is to shape this, scribe it, and then glue it into place. Now, since these are curved, since they have curves on the bottom, I don't really want to do that because what I'm afraid of is that they will crack in the middle because it's a weak point now, right? So what I think our play here is to glue them in place first, get the glue set, all that good stuff, and then shape them to what we need them to look like. I think that'll be the way to go. So, like I said, we're gonna use super glue for this because I do want these gaps to be filled in all of that good stuff. So, let's get our blocks set up here so I don't lose them. And tweezers are, oh, let's get a little drop of super glue out there. Let's get our kicker ready and hold on to your butts. Let's go. Placement and glue up is everything at this point. Now we need our little glue tool here. All right, here we go. Okay, so far so good. Press that down. That super glue definitely filled out any little gaps. Now what I'm going to do is to just kind of backfill the edges here. We'll clean these up, but that'll fill in any little voids that we might have missed. And I'm really only concerned with the sides, because the top and bottom edge, yeah, those are perfectly fine. So, all right. So there's our first block put into place. Good. And now let's get our second block set in here. Where the tweezers go, there they are. Good. All right. Same verse. Second verse, same as the first. If you guys remember that old ass little song from elementary school and shit. All right. Same thing, same thing. Let's go. Shit. Come on. Move over. Come on. There's that. All right, come on. All right, there we go. Just enough time to reposition it. And I think this was the first block that I filed down, because this fit much better. Yeah, we've got squeeze out on both sides, so that's looking good. Excellent. All right, so let's kick this off, and then we'll catch up with the chat. Boom. Boom. All right, we'll let that marinate. Let that simmer. Let it cook. Let it microwave. Whatever you want to do. Let's get caught up. Let's see. Let's go back to camera 1 for this while we do it. Let's see. Derry says, thanks, Tim. You're welcome. Let's see. Brian says, the Douage Custom and Marine Dom are my favorite variants when it comes to the beefy boy, right? Bill says, Tim is not known for fast builds. Accurate. Having said that, any build on a stream takes much longer than off stream. Oh, without a doubt. Especially if you're only building on stream too, you know, like I am. So, now mind you, I'm duplicating details that you guys have already seen, you know, with the Kingfisher boosters and everything. I'm duplicating those details, but you've already seen me do that. So, yeah. Let's see, Bill says to Brian, Dowis is mine. I mean, it is my favorite mobile suit, period, and was the last in the Dom line. Anaheim used it to develop the Rick Diaz. Good lineage. He says, but the earlier comment was only in regards to the ones with massive armors on them. Nice. Brian says, I'm a Zagok boy, so I get you, Bill. There you go. Michael says, for mono eye suits, Gelgoog for me, and not the GM one, from G-Quack or whatever it's called. Yeah. No, the good old Gelgoog Marine. That's a good one. With that really flared up fin and everything. Yeah, strong. Brian says, whenever I see the Zagok, I internally say the claw from the aliens from Toy Story. Nice. Bill says, why not build one with a claw on a boom on the back, maybe for underwater constructions? Shit, that's a great idea, actually. Geo says, update on my 123 block. They are still on the Amazon bag they came in. One day I'll get them ready. Geo, you're killing me, buddy. Bill says, then you could build a base for it and have those little aliens being picked up by it. Oh, see, that would be brilliant, right? That would be brilliant. You could have a Pizza Planet truck in the back delivering pizza or something. What? Bill says to Geo, at least take them out and remove the shipping oil. Come on, right? Brian says, truthfully, I thought of a similar idea with the Zagok, using the modified Zaku from MS-8 team with the crane as an idea for a deep sea Zagok with a crane building a secret underwater base for Zeon. Nice. Bill says, do it! Gio says, I have to do something. They are turning really brown. Yeah, dude. You got to. That's terrible. Brian says, after the wing, I definitely should. Slowly but surely, I only get 1 or 2 hours of hobby time a week. Wow, so one day in the near future. Hell yeah. Make the most of it, Brian. Todd says, during the night, last night, I somehow bit the side of my tongue. Ooh, in my sleep, woke up at 3 a.m., hurt like hell. Either I was dreaming of biting a nice girl, or I was eating my dream. Shit, yeah, I hate that when that happens. And then, you know, what you end up doing is continuing to bite the same spot. It's just so annoying. Let's see. Gio says steel wool, or Brian says Gio steel wool and some WD-40. Hell yeah. Custom Kingfisher logo? Probably not for this, because this is all about the Shiki, not necessarily the backpack. I just like calling it that because it looks like a kingfisher. Brian says, I did get my Jeep back up and running. Nice. He says, I replaced one of the star connectors behind the glove compartment. Okay, okay. It's up and running. That's more than you can say for most Jeeps. Ha-ha, ba-boom. Anyway, sorry, it's a Jeep dig. Sorry for you Jeep guys out there. All right, let's get back at it. All right, so we've got our blocks glued. They're good, nice. Let's clean them up here real quick, and then we'll get to shaping. All right, this one, definitely the better of the two. No question about it. The fit is definitely tighter, but again, not a problem. Super glue is doing the heavy lifting for us for this other side. Come on. Get off of there. Little bastard. I'm gonna have to break out the chisel to clean this one up. Yeah. Alright. So for this, I'm gonna use the 0.60 to clean up this little bit of squeeze out here. There we go. There it goes. There it goes. Just had to crack it a little bit. There we are. Good. And then this side, a little bit more super glue on this side. So I'm going to be a bit ginger with this side here. Tricky because it's not a, you know, flat surface, so you have to kind of take it very, very gently. But I think we got it. All right. That looks good. Just a little bit right here. Get that out of there. Come on now. Good. All right. So we've got our blocks. Now we need to shape these down. So what I'm going to do Nice, good angle, good angle. Very good. All right, so basically just kind of cut a angle in both of those blocks, right? So we're going to do the same thing to the other side here. You just want to make sure your knife is nice and perpendicular to the piece. Got away from me a little bit, but we can clean it up. There we go. Nice. All right, do the same thing for this side here. Good. All right, cool. So now to get these things really, really kind of uniform, let's file these at the same time. There it is. Sweet. That's nice and parallel. Yeah, very good. All right, so we're going to do the same thing to the other side here real quick. And then the shaping for these two blocks should be good to go. Yes, yes. Now they're uniform. 100% uniform, shaped. The lines are, yeah, look at that. Those angle lines are nice and parallel. They're the same. It's perfect. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now, last thing to do for these, well, I shouldn't say last thing because we're not there just yet. Probably the next thing to do for these is to cut the bisecting line down the middle of each one. For that, we're going to use the 0.3. And now for this, there's no getting around it. I gotta freehand this. So do as good as possible here. Good. Basically what I'm doing right now is just kind of setting the line. I'll come back and bring this to depth, but that's looking pretty good. Now the tricky part, across this larger surface here. Okay, not bad, not bad. Whoa. Hey now. We got ourselves a raid. Viv Shiki with the 4 viewers. Welcome. Nice. Hello, everyone. Let's see. Golden Dragon. Hello. Viv Shiki says, hey, Frankie told me to raid. Word, okay. Let's go. Welcome. Frankie's a good one. Frankie's a good one. He's my boy. Is Frankie on? Where is Frankie? Like, you're killing me with this. But welcome, you guys. The 4 of you coming from Viv Shiki. We're building some Gunpla. So, we scribing some lines, adding some details. So, welcome. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate that. And, yeah, hope you guys stick around. Oh, there he is. Frankie here. Frankie says, what up? Viv Shiki says, yeah, I'm a South Florida builder as well. Okay, okay. Nice, nice, nice. Let's see, we were playing Raid. Okay. When I searched Gunpla on Twitch, your channel didn't come up. You know, I'm not huge on Twitch. I'm more on YouTube, but, you know, I stream on both. So, yeah, that's probably why. And we just got back into Twitch, what, maybe, oh, God, I want to say maybe, like, what, a month or 2 ago? Something like that. So, yeah, we haven't really done much on Twitch. I still need to get the damn Twitch page updated. Viv Shiki, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Welcome to the family. So, good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see. Frankie says, oddly enough, I searched Gunpla on Twitch too, and the channel didn't pop up. Twitch is being a bitch. Yeah, well, I am what Twitch considers dead weight. As if you guys didn't see that, I guess one of the Twitch executives in a internal memorandum basically stated that you know, Twitch streamers with I think he said maybe 1,000 followers were essentially dead weight. So that got leaked, and yeah, it's not going over very well, let's put it that way. So I'm sure he didn't have a great day when that shit was released. So yeah. Probably not the best day of his life, let's put it that way. So, all right. But to catch you guys up, we are adding this little detail block, and I know it's a little hard to see with the lights and the camera and everything, but basically what we're doing, we're adding this little block of plastic here as a detail. This is the upper part of the Hyaku Shiki 2.0 backpack, and so yeah, you can see the bulk there in profile, and that's going to look really, really good in my opinion. So yeah. Let's see. Viv Shiki says, I just got back into streaming due to peak. I'm not sure what that is. Frankie says, fuck them. Yeah. Hyaku Shiki, you say? Yes. Highly customized Hyaku Shiki too. So here's what we've got so far. Strip the gold, obviously, and we're gonna repaint this whole thing copper, and the upper chest and some of the other parts will be like a graphite, dark graphite color. So I think the two will contrast very, very nicely. So full custom weapon. Added a shield, and yeah, all sorts of juicy details that we added. Bunch of panel lines, bunch of scratch built details, especially on the side of the leg there and things. Got your little fins down here and all that, little knee posts and all that good stuff. Your upper upper skirt armor detailing and all. The big one obviously is the side skirt detailing. That's a nice little pop of high detail. So yeah, so that's basically what we've got with the body so far. And then for the backpack, we replaced the wing binders for these two boosters here. And I'm calling these the Kingfisher boosters because they look like the head of a kingfisher. And these are from the, what is it, the Dovin Wolf. And so basically these just slot in where the wing binders would normally go. And you have something like that. And there's going to be two fuel tanks slotted in at the bottom here and everything. But yeah, that whole thing is just going to look really, really badass. So very, very cool kind of looking silhouette in all this. The speed, kind of speed is the theme here for this Hyaku Shiki. Yeah, it's really good. Frankie says Peak is a game. Yeah, well, I'm not a gamer, so there you go. Viv Shiki just busted a nut, I bet. Oh, Jesus. Frankie says almost like a Rick Diaz BP. A little bit, backpack, yeah, a little bit. You know, they don't have that kind of weird dome at the bottom of the boosters and everything, but yeah, kind of like that. So, but yeah, we just got a few more minutes here, so I want to get this this block, this bisecting line here carved in first, and then we're gonna punch the clock for this evening and call it a night. So I know we're already over on time, but let's get this carved in. We'll catch up with the universal chat. And yeah, we'll call it an evening. And then we'll be back on tomorrow, of course. So all right, that's looking really, really freaking good. Okay. There's that, and then this last line here. Just like that. All right, let's get this back end just slightly trimmed up here to make it blend. Very good. Excellent. All right, one final step, and that's to do the outline scribe for this. So it's just to make it pop and like make it look separated and everything. So should be very quick with this because we just got to scribe little 3 lines. Nice. Good stuff. Nice. One last line, and then we are good to go. Alright, just need to wrap these lines around the edge. We'll call this guy done. Well, this part anyway. Alright, good. Let's brush this guy off here, get all the schmutz out of there. Looks good. Alright, let's go with camera 3 for this to kind of show you, because I know camera 2 gets blown out like crazy. So let's go to camera 3. Alright, so let's go with the ultra wide. Yeah, so there you can see in really, really great detail the detail block that we got going on there, right? So there's the profile. And that's what it's going to look like. It's all outline scribed and everything like that, so it makes it look like a separate detail and everything, right? So here, let's do this. Let's see, let me get my stand on here. Boom, right there. And then let's see, get the hoses back on this thing and kind of show you what this is going to look like all together here. One second. Yeah. See, those blocks fit really, really well under the hoses. Yeah. Just something to break up the monotony under there. And then when we put this onto the backpack itself, you'll get an even better look at this thing. Yeah. How those blocks are going to kind of interact with the forms and all that, and the shape. Yeah. But there's the backpack itself. That looks really freaking good, man. Just that silhouette, look at that. That's evil. All those juicy little details and everything. Scribed lines and all of that. Plating and everything is nicely done. I especially like this bit here. This whole side. So, yeah, really good stuff. Really, really good. And then obviously, right in there, we're gonna have some little metal thrusters. These little guys, my little crack bag. So, but that's what we got so far. Let's go back to camera 1. Let's close it out, shall we? Let's get this rig rolling. So, let's get caught up in the chat real quick. Let's see. Let's go back up here real quick. Brian says, though I'm watching stream with you, I have my little girl, 7 months old, on my chest sleeping, so no plastic crack, but soon it's my day off. Aw, Brian, that's adorable, man. 7 months old. God, I remember those days. Jeez. Todd says, well, guys, I'm heading to bed. Hope I don't repeat what happened last night. I hope everyone has a good night as well. Night, Tim. Todd, take care, buddy. Brian says, good night to Todd. Don't forget to stretch. It does wonders. There you go, right? Bill says it's getting close to that time, so I imagine the stream won't last too much longer. Yeah, exactly. We went over a little bit, but I think it was worth it. Brian says Michael, going to get something to eat later, everyone. Mike, take care, buddy. And let's see. Brian says, just realizing the Kingfisher as a name for the booster fits the speed theme so well because they're one of the fastest diving avians known out there. They reach insane speed for such a tiny bird. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's a pretty little bird. Pretty little bird. Anyway, Willis Jackson is with us. Good evening, all. How's the build coming along this evening? So far, so good, man. We're starting to tie up loose ends on the backpack and everything, and then we move over to the chest, and we're coming down to it. Yeah. Viv Shiki says, yeah, I have one of the biggest Hyaku Shiki collections. Nice, nice. Let's see, Bill says, Goodwill, stream is close to winding down for the evening. Yeah. Viv Shiki says, even the bootlegs. Oh, shit. So you got all the Shikis. Let's see. Brian says, hey, Bill, what's the Dom with the third arm attached to its chest called? The Sturzer? Yeah, there. Okay, Bill got me. Stutzer. Yeah. That's from Advance of Zeta. Yeah. Let's see. Brian says, that's an awesome design as well. Okay. The Stutzer, yeah. Kelvin says, later, boys and girls. Kelvin, take care, buddy. Let's see. Willis says, when this project is completed, what colors do you plan to paint it? Brian, gotcha. Copper is the color of choice for this build. A very awesome shade. I agree. Let's go back to camera 2. I'll show you real quick kind of the two, but there's the main color. This is going to be the main copper color for the Shiki. This is the Tamiya XF6. Very, very nice copper color, as you can see. And then for the chest and some of the highlights and everything, we're going with the graphite black from Mr. Color, the 40th anniversary version. And I'm going to tell you what, that is you can't tell it through the glass of the jar, but that is an evil looking color. Just the little metallic flakes in this thing are just so freaking nice. I mean, it is literally like somebody ground up pencil shavings. It's great. So yeah, that's going to be the colors. That's going to be the colors. So good stuff. The stutter dog. Yeah. Brian says, all right, gents, off to bed. Awesome as always. See you tomorrow, everyone. And Tim, Brian, take care, buddy. Yeah, we're about to, like I said, punch that clock. Let's see. Will says, I know that copper. I have some myself. It's a good color. It's a good color. So anyway. All right, kiddos. I think that's where we're going to kind of tie it off here tonight. If you're out and about and you need some details, go get you some of these. Because they're amazing. Come on. And then obviously if you want a little swag in your life, a little Gundam swag, especially the Reapers with the arm, go to shop.childofmecha.com. We're going to have another drop, a backlog blowout drop next week at some point. It is delayed a little bit because I need time to get everything put up, but 51 kits in total, probably 75 to 100 magazines, books, DVDs, things like that out of my backlog. I just need to clear them out. So we're gonna post those in the store next week. So keep an eye out for that. I will make an announcement prior to them being up and with a time. So there's some really good stuff. Mechanicore 1100 Kasi Gundam. Some original G system resin. in there. Bunch of master grades, high grades, non-Bandai kits as well. So a lot of good variety in there for you guys. So if you're interested in that, keep an eye out. Like I said, I will make a post, you know, probably several posts on that within the coming week or so prior to the drop, and let you guys know exactly when that's going to be, kind of when the floodgates open, all of that good stuff. So keep an eye out for that. But aside from that, you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Okay? Be safe out there, and most importantly, build something cool. With that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow at noon Eastern, and stay tuned for the credits. I'll see you guys.